What's up, losers? KD3 here. If you're here, you must love Persona. I love Persona too, so let's have a conversation. I got some hot takes for you guys. As a matter of fact, I think I have the hottest takes. So hot that I want to know how you feel once everything's said and done. As a matter of fact, let me know what your hot takes are in the comments. Let's get into it. Now, this first hot take, I don't even consider this a hot take. This one is just a fact. The Okumura boss fight is not hard.
This is probably the most bullshit boss I've played against in a long time.
The only reason people struggle with this boss fight is because you don't know how to read. Kill him. This boss fight is a very easy skill check that requires you to utilize your knowledge of baton pass and technical hits, which the game teaches you about literally at the beginning of the game. But it seems like 90% of the player base just wants to skip all of the reading and head straight into the game, which I can't blame them for because we all just want to play the game. But when I see people calling this boss fight hard or BS, when the solution to winning is obvious and was taught to you at the beginning of the game, it's no wonder why developers think we're such ignoramuses and dumb down the games they make as a result. Shaking my head. If you're one of the people that's stuck on this fight, check out my Okumura boss fight guide in the top right corner and you'll see exactly what I mean. I think the most annoying thing about people on the internet is that they will over exaggerate to get some views. Then the viewers will mindlessly parrot their opinions like sheep. And anyone saying that I'm just mad because I don't have the power to do the exact same thing, you are absolutely right. Now like this video, subscribe right now, and spread my word as legislation. So what does this have to do with my hot takes? I'll tell you. These damn Persona content creators act like Persona 3 FES is unplayable because you can't control your party members along with some other minor issues. Persona 3 FES isn't as bad as people make it out to be. The AI does make mistakes sometimes, but most of the time, they are capable of doing what needs to be done. I am by no means defending the fact that you can't control your party, as this is a very silly decision even for its time. But to call the game unplayable is absolutely asinine. But in my opinion, the absolute worst thing about Persona 3 is the fact that you can't pick what skills that you're inheriting, which is extremely frustrating. It's also really annoying that you're forced to romance every girl in the game. Thank God this nonsense is getting fixed in Persona 3 Reload. If you haven't played Persona 3 yet, just wait until Reload comes out. It will be the definitive experience. I know Portable exists, and I don't want to play Portable. Speaking of Portable, we all know that FemC is way better than MC. MC does not even have a personality, and in the movies he's just a jerk. FemC is like a light to the darkness that is Persona 3, and I would not mind at all if she was the actual main character. Even though this isn't the case, I think that we can move on without her.
We gonna kill you, dog. We gonna get you gone, bro. I'm talking about, we gonna bury you in the dirt, and we gonna stone you to death. Me and 600 gonna have you up against the wall, and we all gonna shoot 100-round clips at you, bro. We gonna burn your house down. We gonna I'm gonna find your address. I'm gonna find your parents' address. I'm gonna tell your mom about this tweet. Everything about this is wrong, bro. You are not okay, man. And you going to a bad place. You going to hell, bro. There's no peace for where you going, bro. You not gonna make it out. Your damnation will be eternal.
As much as I enjoyed FemC's journey, I don't really see her inclusion as a non-negotiable when it comes to Persona 3 Reload. And in my opinion, anybody that does is not an actual fan of Persona, just a fan of FemC. There's no way you're a fan of Persona if you're willing to rob yourself of an amazing experience because your favorite character isn't there. I'm not gatekeeping, I'm just speaking facts. Persona 4, the game that changed everything for Atlus. Persona 4 Golden kept the Vita on life support for a good while it was on the verge of death. I got a PlayStation TV just to play Persona 4 Golden. There was praise all over, and it's easy to see why. Great story, phenomenal characters, it's even got Best Girl Naoto. It's got an iconic soundtrack. The game overall is just a good vibe while maintaining the darkness that Persona is known for. You know what's not good about Persona 4 that nobody talks about? The dungeons. Now, not all the dungeons are bad, but every dungeon post-kanji is trash. I absolutely love going down 10 floors just to be told that I have to backtrack so I can look for a key so I can progress, and these frustrations continue for the rest of the game, along with some silly other gimmicks like being sent to the entrance of a dungeon if you fight a shadow, or losing all of your equipment and being forced to fight invisible enemies and losing half of your SP afterwards, even with Victory Cry. Does that sound like fun to you? Because it's not to me. The dungeons deter me a bit from wanting to revisit Persona 4 Golden. Persona 3 fans have some pretty wild takes when it comes to their game, but Persona 4 fans may be the most delusional part of the fandom. They love Nanako so much that they will not tolerate anything that sounds like slander of their beloved game. Keywords, sounds like. I knew Persona 4 fans were insane when they tried to convince me that Chie is a good character. Those dungeons in Persona 4 are so frustrating to deal with that I'd much rather watch the anime, which I think has a way better ending anyway. Before we get to my final hot take, I would like to make a dishonorable mention. The answer is bad. Sure, the story part of the game is absolutely phenomenal, along with the music, but actually playing it is an absolute nightmare. Mindlessly going down floors fighting shadows that can evade moves that they're weak to, and I can't say Persona's in the compendium, which makes it even more frustrating. Nah, you can keep that. I completely understand why the answer is not back in Persona 3 Reload, because if we had it the exact same way it was, it would definitely be a problem. So when it comes back, I'm expecting Atlus to remake it into a state that is playable and actually enjoyable. Alright, that's enough of that, let's move on. Me calling the Persona 4 fanbase delusional is not some sort of random attack. I wouldn't make that far of a reach without some good evidence. Actually, let me just stop focusing on only P4 fans. Damn near the whole fan base is delusional. P4 fans think the game is absolutely perfect with no flaws. Persona 3 fans want archaic features back. Persona 2 fans won't admit that their gameplay loop is dated. And Persona 1 fans being Persona 1 fans in the first place should get you thrown into a psych ward. No need to talk about Persona 5 fans because they don't even play the game. And it's a shame too, because Persona 5 is easily the best game in the entire series. I don't even know why this is even a take. The gameplay as a whole is so much more enjoyable than every other game in the series. It's so much more appealing to look at. Dungeon crawling is actually fun. They gave us more incentive to bond with more characters. There's so many other things to do in the Velvet Room. Outdoor activities let you be more involved. The start of the game is actually exciting. People really try and debate this? The previous games have absolutely none of these qualities that Persona 5 has. Now I am well aware that the game has flaws, but things that are seen as flaws to me are things that made it easier for new people to get into the series. My only real issue with Persona 5 is that the story just feels like a copy and paste Persona 4 regarding the events, from the awakenings down to the betrayals, and even the end. But because of Persona 5, the series is finally getting the praise that it deserves and winning awards left and right. Persona 6 is rumored to be an even bigger jump in changes than 5, and if 5 is what we got from 4, then I absolutely cannot wait for Persona 6. Anyways, those are my hottest takes regarding Persona. If you want to hear some other people's hot takes, I asked some other Persona fans what their hot takes were regarding the series, so if you want to see that, click on the top right. And if you made it to the end, make sure you like and subscribe.
And I'm out. Later, losers.